In a land called Hondo, there lived an Offwidth that had never been climbed. Feared by the locals, legend has it would destroy anyone who tried. And then one day, a man came to town. His name was Mason, and he vowed to take it down. After 2 days of battle, the Offwidth stood strong, but the man named Mason was far from done. Previously on, when Mason Earle came to town, I demonstrated the climbing skills I've acquired over the last 20 years. Threw my friends under the bus, and then Mason Earle sent everything I could throw at him with ease.
Probably J-Tree 11A.
Well, not quite everything.
Fuck nuggets!
Hondo's mighty Offwidth went toe-to-toe with Mason for 2 grueling rounds and remain undefeated, which isn't something many other cracks in the high desert can claim. And like the true sick maniac that he is, this actually excited Mason.
Something like this is so complete. Such a complete ass kick. A worthy adversary.
You see, when you're at the top of the game, life can get kind of boring, and it takes a truly rare challenge to light that fire. In the world of climbing, that sort of challenge can come in a number of forms, but perhaps none are more feared or revered than hard Offwidths. This is Earle Struggs Part 2. Let's just get this out of the way. The wide world of Offwidth climbing is a fascinating place full of interesting characters. Nothing brings out the freaks quite like a big gaping crack.
Offwidth climbers are a strange breed. The people that like Offwidth climbing are fanatics. They really like Offwidth climbing. There can be a lot of beta involved, which is what makes Offwidth so special. Is it's like, this boxing match that has to be really well choreographed, and you got to know all the moves. You got to really get tricky, and sometimes you got to get upside down and do crazy shit. And yeah, there's nothing else like it.
Offwidth climbers come in a few specific breeds. You've got everyday hardmen like Nelson Day, the dude in the Gumby suit. They'll take just about any chance they can to suffer and have a sick sense of pride in being that one friend in the group who's not scared to get grovelly. Then you've got pure specialists like Pamela Shanty Pack, whose love for the wide surpasses all other styles of climbing. And then you have truly world-class climbers of multiple disciplines who also enjoy the dark art of Offwidths. In this category, you have climbers like Pete and Tom from the Wide Boys, and you got Mason Earle. It's a small club.
I always thought that was more than 4.5 inches.
Did you?
I've been saying that for years.
I feel like I sort of walk in both worlds. I'm definitely guilty of climbing a few Offwidths over the years. So, I've been to the other side, you could say.
As you might have noticed, Mason is a humble guy, and he's being extremely modest here, because the fact of the matter is that along with being one of the best pure crack climbers of all time really, he's also climbed and even established some of the hardest Offwidth cracks in the world, many times in just a couple tries. Over the years, Mason has earned quite the reputation as a man whose particular set of skills make him a nightmare for unclimbed cracks. And I'm certainly not the first person to recruit him on a mission to slay some obscure beast in the middle of nowhere.
So here we are in Gloucester, Massachusetts, Cape Ann area. A couple empties from some people drinking some natty ice. Obviously not us because we drink good beer. My beer is here. Old Chub. Good beer in a can. Scottish style ale. Yeah, and then we got this really cool Offwidth here. It's kind of a nice little hidden gem in here in Mass. So I think that's all we have to say about that.
That would be an appropriate comment.
Fucking A, baby.
Good old chub.
Come on, baby. Yeah, man. Come on, dude. Fucking cruising now, baby.
Oh, sick! Damn! That hurt my knee so much.
Mason Earle, kicking ass and taking names.
Sick fucker. That's a big ass boulder. Headed back out to the Offwidth. It's not gonna be pretty, but yeah, I'll try my best. I was more optimistic the other day. Now I'm like kind of cowering in fear. Shit, I don't know if it's gonna go.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I don't know, I think it'll go down pretty easily.
Pretty easily.
Doesn't look too bad.
Alright. Round 2.
What happened last time?
I didn't do it. That's what happened.
I didn't really see what stopped you. Like you just kind of.
I was tired and just started doing dumb shit. I was like, oh, I can cheat my way through this last bit, which didn't happen.
A little more than you were expecting on that day?
Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna be up against something like this. Jeez Louise. These things are rare. A rare beast. I think I'm gonna do the same thing, just instead of jumping out of the crack like an idiot, I'm gonna keep going.
And just like that, Mason's third ground up attempt was underway. Armed with the knowledge gleaned on previous tries, Mason climbed smoothly and confidently, shuffling his legs slowly up the crack and placing a few cams below him as he went. Then, unexpectedly, a hold broke and went whizzing to the ground. But Mason was unfazed and climbed on. Cruelly, the crux of this bad boy comes at the top, and it is savage. At this point, Mason has been upside down, locked in battle for nearly 5 minutes. Watch as he tries everything he can think of just to get past this 1 foot of climbing. Now, the first day at the Offwidth, it was just me, Mason, and Quentin on belay. But this time was different. In anticipation of the send, I brought 5 more friends out to help film from as many angles as possible. Once again, Mason was center stage and under the gaze of a crew of people that he had never met, which is an aspect of being a pro climber that doesn't get explored much. It's a totally unique situation where pressure heavier than granite permeates the air and everyone can feel it. And to top it all off, of course, there's an annoying-ass drone buzzing directly overhead. It's an atmosphere that demands true confidence, and witnessing a pro like Mason handle that pressure with pure class, win or lose, is maybe even more impressive than the climbing.
Come on, Mason. Got it. You got it.
And then, if the climber doesn't send, you've got an idiot like me in their face with the camera before they can even catch their breath with questions like, "Dude, why didn't you do it?"
Fuck. Thanks for the catch, dude. I got up there right up to the lip and couldn't go any further, so I figured out a way to get right side up, but then I was in there and I just couldn't hold myself in there. I think someone with some big legs and big fat knees would be getting good knee locks higher up. But me, it's like chunk, 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 chunk. Nothing to do. Yeah, it's hard to move. I'm like down palming, but yeah, shit. I can't believe that one hold right. surprising. But yeah, there's a reason I didn't do it the other day. It's fucking hard.
Any other climbs you've been on you can compare it to? Is it similar to something, or?
I mean, it's kind of like a little mini belly full of bad berries, but the moves are a lot harder on this. It's wider. Yep. Fourth go, getting serious. I might have to hang dog it and actually work out some beta up there.
Oh boy.
Employ some new school techniques. I haven't dogged on it yet. Just been trying it from the bottom. It's kind of a fun way to try a route, but it's hard to like work the moves. Oh, come on, you fucking bastard. I dropped my right leg that time into the crack. That didn't do anything. So I might keep my right leg up, take the left leg out, and hopefully that brings me up so I can do some shit. There's some holds to grab up there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of just making it up on the fly when I get up there. But I had that thought last time. I was like, oh, I could drop the left leg out. But then I was like, no, that's not gonna work. But maybe it would. It's go time. Damn it! I fucking tried it. I thought I tried everything. It's like my harness loop is getting caught on the edge of the crack.
I saw that. Yeah.
That was happening the other time too, and I just can't do anything about it. The Offwidths, you have so long to contemplate the fact that you're not gonna do it. Like on a sport climb, you're like, I'm falling. On an Offwidth, it's like a minute from falling, you're like, fuck, I can't do it. And then you just struggle desperately for another minute and then slither out. Yeah, I'm really stumped. I just get to this point where I can't go any higher. It's because the angle curves around is steeper Offwidth sometimes can be actually easier to climb because you're kind of just traversing out it. But when it gets vert, going back to vert, that's where you have to actually go up. 4 goes in, and to think that I thought I was gonna go down first try. The audacity.
But you did kind of say you kind of hoped you wouldn't do it first try in a weird way.
I regret saying that. Yeah, that was really, really bad for my karma. Well, you know, everything else you've taken me to so far it hasn't been too much of a problem, but we hit a major roadblock here.
And thus, day 2 on the Offwidth came to a close without ascend. But Mason wasn't quite finished yet. On the way back to the car, he decided to give my personal hardest first ascent boulder problem, Argonath, a quick try in his approach shoes. Now, this problem goes at around V6 or V7, and I've actually seen it shut down some pretty strong climbers. But come on, this is Mason we're talking about.
Yes.
As I watched him hike my problem with ease, my mind wandered to a dark possibility. What if he couldn't climb the Offwidth? As a filmmaker, you never want to put extra pressure on the climber to send, but the fact is, I knew Mason only had one more day in Joshua Tree before he had to leave, and that if he didn't succeed on his next try, then I wouldn't have a story. And who knew when he'd be back again? It could be years.
Come on. Allez.
Sick.
The approaches.
That night, I prayed to the wide gods. And the following day, Mason, Quentin, and myself returned. No big crew, no annoying drone, just 3 dudes on a mission.
This is the Hail Mary. This is the last day out here. Definitely pretty motivated to try to give it my best shot today and have something to a warm blanket of success to wrap myself in on the drive home.
Knowing it was all on the line now, and having already endured 4 brutal ground-up send attempts, Mason employed one of his so-called new school techniques and ate it up to the crux to see if he could figure anything out that he might have been missing. Unfortunately, there wasn't really any game-changing beta up there, and a send was still far from certain.
Yeah, I was hoping on my recon just now to find more cheater holds, but not really. Man, this thing is top shelf. There's hardly any cheater holds. The rock is perfect. There's no crumbles. It's really aesthetically pleasing. It's this enormous boulder that's just cracked in half. And I mean, it's just so cool to look at. Such a cool feature to climb. I wanted to send this thing pretty badly. I mean, bad enough that I vow to do it.
That's commitment, huh? How do you think you're gonna feel if you do send it?
Oh man, if I pull around the top of that thing and shuffle up that last bit of wide crack to the top, I'm gonna be fired up. I'm gonna be psyched.
And now, there was nothing left to do but roll cameras, hold our breath, and let the chips fall where they may.
All systems go.
All right, buddy.
I'm in. I'm locked on. Got you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, come on. Yeah, dude, come on, get in there. Yeah, dude.
Yeah!
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh shit! Oh man, seems so simple now.
Good job, dude.
Thanks, man. God damn. I'm psyched.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I just had to get just a few more inches. I could reach that hold, and that hold allows me to flip back up.
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
Sick.
What a saga.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, dude.
Ugh. It's like almost a little anticlimactic. I didn't even have to struggle as hard as I did the other day.
Yeah, you just walked it all the way to the end.
Pretty psyched.
Sick.
Thanks for taking me out to this thing, brother.
Yeah.
It's a fucking made my trip.
That was rad.
So awesome. Yeah, thanks for the catches out
Yeah,
here, dude. That's
That was
fucking
sick, man.
sweet.
Good job, dude.
Thanks, man. Yeah, thanks for, fucking making the trip out again and again and again.
For sure. 3 times, charm.
Damn.
That's
What'd you do differently?
There's like this point you have to make it like through these 2 fucked up inches, and then you get this hold. It's not exactly over then, but I knew what to do this time, so I just didn't fall out this time, basically. Sickness. It's a sick Offwidth.
What do you think this thing's rated now that you've sent it? Or not to put you on the spot, but a range?
I mean, Indian Creek 513 minus Joshua Tree 12 plus. I don't know. Don't quote me on that yet, but I mean, yeah, shit. I'm not gonna grade it. I'm not gonna grade it. So cool.
Well, you got something to take us out of this adventure with? Last thoughts?
Follow your dreams. Do what makes you happy.
As many of you may already know, shortly after the filming of this video, Mason developed a debilitating chronic illness known as myalgic encephalomyelitis, commonly called chronic fatigue syndrome, or MECFS. It's been nearly 3 years since he last climbed, most of that time being spent in bed. Mason is one of millions currently suffering from this horrific condition. With that said, his spirit remains unbroken. Be sure to follow him on social media for updates on his progress and to enjoy more of his fabulous lute music as featured throughout this video. If you'd like to learn more about MECFS or donate to research, please check the links in the description.